the south of the building, we would expect to find evidence to the right-hand side of it, further south. Maybe.
Yeah, could be.
And you didn't.
Correct.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
Yes, sir, please. I'd like to focus on just one cartridge casing.
Okay.
The one you found the farthest north.
The one on the sidewalk?
Over by the parking lot.
Yes.
I think it's number 6, okay? Would you turn to... It'll be slide 19.
What exhibit is that?
19?
Slide 19 or exhibit 19?
Slide 19.
What do you remember that? It's in evidence. It's in evidence.
Huh?
It's in evidence. Which one? What exhibit is it?
I'm sorry.
What exhibit number?
I think this is exhibit 102.
Okay.
And slide 19 shows the casing, correct?
Number 6. I have number 6.
Casing number 6,
Yeah.
correct? And I believe the defense has been saying if you had a right ejecting weapon, then you have to be to the left and forward, in general terms of that. Correct?
Depends on where the person's shooting.
If they're shooting this direction, then they would have to be further up and to the left. If the ejection goes over your right shoulder, as he was speaking.
It doesn't go over your right shoulder. It goes out to the right.
Okay.
If you're holding if you're holding a gun like this, your ejection port's right here, to the right. So now it doesn't go backwards behind your shoulder, over your shoulder, right? It just goes to the side.
And they all go exactly perpendicular.
Well, it could be like a little bit, I wouldn't say exactly perpendicular, but generally speaking, out to the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if you're shooting straight down this line, it would be straight to the right, perpendicular. If you're shooting further to the right, then it would be going further back, right?
Well,
Okay, let's do it this way.
All right.
Let's do it this way. There's a casing here.
Okay.
Can it land here if I'm shooting this direction?
Sure.
Can it land there if I'm shooting this direction?
Sure.
Can it land here if I'm shooting this direction?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And if there's no buildings in this direction, there's no way to tell if we're shooting that direction.
That's correct.
And if there is a defect on a building here, that tells us it could be where you're shooting.
Yes.
And if there's defects here, you could be shooting there.
Yes.
Which do you pick?
You just, I mean, you don't know. You can't say.
Could witnesses help?
Yes. Just from that, you can't tell, but when the totality, right? Both sides talk about it.
So we want
The totality of it.
We want to listen to witnesses.
Yes.
They can tell us where somebody's standing.
Sure.
Pass the witness.
One question for my judge. May I approach?
Yes.
So, let's use this as an example. So if there's a shell case in there and I'm pointing that way, right? And the weapon ejects on the right-hand side, right? The shell casing's there, I can't be pointing that way, can I, if the shell casing is there?
Not if that shell casing came from that shot that you took from there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, because there's no evidence on the south side of the building, we can deduce from that no one was firing south of the building in that direction. Possibly.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Pass the witness.
One last question. That's where the casing originally lands. Does foot traffic affect that?
If the foot traffic hits it, yes.
And was there foot traffic at Robb Elementary on May 24th, 2022?
Oh, it was kind of crazy, yes.
Hundreds of officers?
There was quite a few. I've never seen that many before at one time, yes.
And you don't get to cordon off the crime scene until after the crime's over?
That's correct.
So for as long as hours, there can be foot traffic from a number of officers?
I wouldn't say hours because we got there kind of quick. Like an hour. It took us an hour and 15 to get there to mobilize. I guess hours means more than 2, yes. It could be. Could be.
A couple of hours. That's fair enough. I'm not trying to stretch it. I just want to. Okay. That's the witness.
Anything else?
Very briefly, Judge. The prosecutor's talking about foot traffic, and I guess what we would call that contamination of the scene, right?
Sure.
I'm not suggesting that in this case because there were a lot of people there. And if I may approach the diagram, Judge, if I may, very briefly. So there's a lot of foot traffic. We know there's 374 officers there at some point, right?
There was quite a few, yes.
Well, and there's lots of emergency responders, lots of people on this scene.
That's correct.
Right. So the prosecutor's talking about one shell casing.
Yes.
Right, one shell casing. But even with all this foot traffic and even this, I'm not suggesting the scene was disturbed, but let's go with the prosecutor's example, right? Because he wants to talk about it, I'll talk about it as well. Despite that, there are still no casings found on the south of this building.
Correct.
And it wouldn't be lined up like that, right? So it could, because sometimes the shell casings get stuck in people's boots,
Sure.
tyres,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Amy. Passwords.
That's all.
Recall, yes,
No, sir.
okay, sir, you're not subject to recall. The rule has been invoked in this case, so please don't talk about it until you know the trial's over with.
Thank you, sir.
Your next one is
State calls Lynn Deming.
Good afternoon. Would you raise your right hand for me, please? You do solemnly swear the evidence and testimony you're giving this cause to be the truth, so help you God. You have a seat over here. Make the microphone comfortable for you and speak up so everybody can hear you.
Yes, sir.
You may proceed.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ms. Deming. I said your name, but please state your full name for the record.
Lynn Deming,
And Ms. Deming, where are you currently employed?
Flores Legacy Elementary.
Okay. And what is your job position?
I'm a STEM teacher, 3 through 5th grade.
And what is Legacy?
It's the new campus, formerly Rob, so it's the new campus.
For which school district?
Uvalde CISD.
Okay. In May of 2022, where were you employed?
Rob Elementary as a 4th grade teacher.
Okay. And what camp? Oh, you said Rob Elementary. Okay. And how long had you been working at Rob Elementary?
At that time, I think 6 years.
Okay. And what grades were you teaching?
4th grade.
And how long had you been an employee of the Uvalde Independent School District?
6 years.
Okay. What was your room number at the time of May of 2022?
104.
Okay. And I'm going to, Judge, may the witness get up and approach the board?
Yes.
Have that for me. Is that low point? Was that low point? I'm going to ask you to show the jury on this board. This is a map of Rob Elementary. Would you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you show the jury where on this map is the 4th grade building?
This building, ma'am.
Okay. And where on this building, on this map, was your classroom?
Somewhere in this area.
Okay. Sounds good. You can have a seat. And again, what was that classroom number?
104.
104. Now, have you received training as to lockdown procedures?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you explain to the jury and for the record what those procedures were in May of 2022 for the Uvalde Independent School District?
Lights, lock out of sight, so you lock lights out of sight, sorry. So you lock your door, be sure your door's locked, you turn your lights off and cover your windows, and you hide.
Okay, and who provided that training to you?
Admin, I'm sure, I don't necessarily remember exactly.
And was that the same training that was provided to the students?
Yes.
Okay, and how often did you receive that training? Was it once a year, twice a year?
We had to do lockdown drills. I don't know how many times that's
Okay.
required.
Okay. So with regard to those lockdown trainings, you said lights out, lockdown, and what are the kids specifically trained to do?
Hide and get quiet. So depending on where your room was, depending on where you wanted your kids to hide and just get quiet.
Okay. Now, you told us where your room was. Can you explain to the jury, when you walked into your classroom, what did we see? Where was your desk? Where were the windows? Things like that.
Directly walking into my classroom to the right, there was a long desk that was connected to the wall, and then my desk was at the corner, sort of in front of that, but it was long. Across, directly when you walked in, was a wall of two windows, basically, and I had bookshelves there. And then my students sat pretty much in dead center of the classroom.
Okay. Did you have covers on the windows?
There were blinds on the window. I usually kept them open just
Okay.
to get sunlight.
Okay. I'm going to take you back now to May 24th of 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
What were your normal work hours on that day?
Just a regular school day, so 7:30 to 4.
Okay. And on that day, was there something specific going on, something special going on for the day?
The award ceremony was that day.
Okay. And what time was your award ceremony?
I don't remember specifically. It was before lunch.
Okay. And after the award ceremony, what did y'all do?
We went back to the classroom. It was sort of, a lot of students leave during award ceremony, after award ceremony. So you kind of just have sort of a fun day. I had set up stations for my students, so some of them were playing Legos, there were board games. We used Minecraft to do sort of math things, so I had some students playing Minecraft, and then I had like an art station where they could paint or draw.
Okay. Did y'all have plans to go outside?
We were going to go to recess about 10 minutes early. I had a student that left half a day. He only stayed at school half a day, so we were going to wait until he went and then go to recess about 10 minutes early.
Okay. And about approximately what time did you get your kids ready to go outside?
Probably around 11:20, somewhere in that vicinity. I don't know exactly.
And what were your instructions to your students regarding going outside?
They were going to line up, and we were going to walk, just out to the playground where we normally went.
Okay. And you were taking all the students at the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, once you get them ready to go outside, and they're starting to go outside, what happened?
We were walking out of the building, and one of my students said she left her water bottle in the classroom. So I just sort of opened the door and put my foot in front of the door, and I said, just run in and get your water bottle, it's okay. And I told the students just to keep walking out the door.
Okay. And what direction were your kids walking?
The door closest to me, so I'm sorry, I'm not very good directionally.
Is it
directionally.
the door at the bottom, the
Yes.
south end?
Yes, closest, like if we were going to the pavilion.
Okay. And again, we're looking at the board. The pavilion is on the south end. So
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
saying that
We went out the south door, yes.
south door. Your kids would have come out the south door and gone to that area. Okay. So what happened after you're holding the door open for the one student who forgot a water bottle?
One of my students opened the door to go out the south side, and they said that the coach is yelling. And I said, why? And they said, I don't know. And then